So, guys, I am the new poultry farmer whose birds, 8 of them, died in a devastating stampede on my farm, and that is what I still maintain. You may have seen it on TikTok and other places, and I am the one who suffered that particular disaster. It has been 3 days and 3 nights since that disaster occurred. This very spot where I am standing right now here, and since then, no bird has died again. I've not seen any symptom of a sickness in any of these birds. By this, I welcome you to my Ghanaian Dream Challenge channel on all platforms: YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. So we are also on YouTube Shorts. So 3 days after this disaster, no chick has died again. So some of you pointed out that it is very possible that the chicks have been infected with a disease which I may not be aware of. So 3 days now, if they were infected with disease, don't you think more of the birds would have died? But then no further birds have died. Some of you said that these birds may have been attacked by reptiles, by snakes. I have been checking. I've checked around all the corners. So this is a kind of mesh we have put around. This is a mesh we put around. And I cannot guarantee that all the places have been so covered that a snake cannot enter. But then, per as it is, lizards, even except the very tiny ones, are not able to enter, except through these particular openings at the top. The openings at the top here. The openings at the various top. And for which reason, if it was snake, probably they are hanging somewhere, hiding somewhere that I'm not able to see it or see them. For which reason, I'm beginning to rule out the likelihood of snake attack. That I should check in my store where I keep my feed. That place, because of the bags of feed and maize that is there, I cannot thoroughly check there. But then it will mean that they will have to pass by the gate. There's a gate they have to pass through before they enter into the chicken house. And that gate is equally made with material like this. So meaning that it is going to be too difficult for them to enter. So I am completely ruling out the chances that it is a snake that attacked my birds. And then even beside the snake issue, you guys said, some of you say it is python. So I've been here for 10 years now. We saw red snakes. We saw the serpent, which is the black one, and these are mainly the two types of sin. We've also seen the one that has these spots on it. In the local parlance, we call them garanga. They are the very venomous ones and very treacherous ones that will just attack. But we've not seen serpents around. But we've seen alligator lizards. We've seen lizards itself. I've also seen tortoise. We've seen, as I pointed to you one time ago in one of my videos, we have seen bandicoots. I've been calling them grass cutter, but corrected me that they are bandicoots. So all of these I've seen them, but I can tell you that there is slight chance that they can enter into this chicken house. And for which reason, that one too has been ruled out, although not completely, but largely. So, if this is the case, what are the options left for me to know what killed the birds? So I keep and I maintain that it is stampede because the birds were not sick. Afterwards, no bird is sick. Afterwards, no further birds have died, for which reason I maintain on the stampede. But then, some of you also pointed out that yes, it could be stampede. It is stampede, but then it may not be due to the lighting that I mentioned. Because I complained that it is when the lights are not switched on and daylight is what they use, then in the evening the darkness sets in. Then in my neighborhood, people who ride motorbikes and pass, they drive cars to pass by, tricycles among others. The lighting that shows reflects in the chicken house, and the chicken become what is fighting, and for which reason, for me, that caused a stampede. But then some of you also suggested that it may not be the lighting, but then the noise resulting from the surrounding, and this is also a likelihood. So suggesting that it is probably noise leading to the stampede is also right, or even a combination of them. A car or a tricycle with noise and also pointing the light in here, probably accidentally, is what caused it. But then some of you also said that it is possible that it is deliberate. Somebody, an evil person, came around to intentionally point torch into the chicken house. Probably they came around to see them in the night, and then the light was off, so they decided to just point light into it to try to see. And if this is the cause, it really, really could also be possible, because you remember in the early days when there was light out and then I brought in torch here, you saw the commotion that happened here. Then immediately the light came on, and thankfully everything normalized. But later, I think about 2 days later, I lost about a bird, for which reason it is very likely that what I explained is a cause, or somebody just came around intentionally to look at the birds, or just something leading to the birds crashing each other, and perhaps it became a spectacle for that person, and the person just left afterwards. So probable causes are all as a result of the fact that I didn't take the dead chicks to a lab for the birds to be examined to find the cause of death. And if that had happened, I wouldn't be speculating the way I am doing. And for now, all the my birds that died, I didn't take any of them for tests to find the cause of death, because almost all of them, the cause of deaths are very, very close to the knowledge I have, because I am always with the birds. Any changes in the birds I know, but then all the same, it doesn't replace the expertise of a lab and lab technicians in telling me the cause of death. But then before now, my consultant says that he narrates a whole lot of reasons that birds could die, and one of them is stampede, especially when the birds are grown up to 1 kilogram now and above. So easily, when they step on each other without air to breathe, with the whole pressure of many birds, the chicks die. And I testify that one day I was here trying to install these particular covers, tarpaulin, to prevent rainwater entering into the chicken house. And as soon as I lifted the tarpaulin, I noticed that they all ran to this particular corner of the chicken house. And I didn't really take it serious, because after I lifted it up, I just tied it and then I started pulling. But later I remembered my consultant says when they are this heavy, they easily can step on each other and exert pressure on each other and kill each other. So I came in, and lo and behold, the birds being grouped at one place, I waded in them and pushed them, and there were about 4 birds who were lying down and panting. So as soon as I pushed all the other birds, they just got up and they stood at one place for more than a minute before each of them could walk away to go to start drinking water. That was just a narrow miss. And I don't know how come I couldn't pick that on a video. Probably because I was so busy with the covering of the tarpaulin, because of the rains that we expected. But then, so I just noticed that with even about 5 minutes of the chicks stepping on each other, and my consultant says that they do not have feeling for each other because they are just trying to survive. So survival of the fittest. You make a mistake, a colleague bird will step on you to drink water, to feed, to get breath, what is air to breathe, to hide away from noise, or to hide away from something that is uncomfortable. So that is how it has been. That is how it has been. So for the probable cause of death being stampede, it is being established. But then whether it is lighting or it is noise, probably it is both. And that is a greater disaster. Most of you also said you have learned a lot And that is how it is. That is what encourages us to share this video. But most importantly, we share for you to also tell us what you have gone through and what we can do to ensure we become successful. The only successful thing we want is for our birds to lay eggs, lay up to the point that we recover all the investment we have made. We are able, if we want to expand, get something more to do the expansion. And we don't want to just learn and live it because I'm not going to write any exam. We are not going to write any exam, for which reason we want to see the best lay and lay well. And the experiences you guys have, most of you have best that you have gone through these experiences with them, and we share this to expose our ignorance so that you guide us to do it better. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel, and more is yet to come. Bye bye for now.